Alrighty. And hey, hi, hello, and welcome back to more Danganronpa, where yesterday we left off because it was a good stopping point. I realized if I do these, I need to do the investigation and trial on the same day. If I don't, I'm gonna forget stuff. So, yeah, let's investigate what exactly happened to Sakura here. Let's see. There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting in. Some kind of chemical? Glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of the bottle, right? This must have originally been a bottle. I mean, yeah, no shit. There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. Got a Monokuma figure. Got a little handkerchief here. This looks like some kind of wrapper. That! Do you recognize it, Hina? Well, yeah. I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. That's a big fucking candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. So you gave that candy to Sakura. Found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Usually, as soon as we can get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. Oh. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really like them that much? I wanted Sakura to have a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. And now, they've lost all their flavor. Poor Hina. Hina. Polka dot candy wrapper. Alright, let's look at the body. Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in this chair. There is obvious evidence of a blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed her. But according to the Monokuma file, she had also vomited blood. And I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Status of Sakura's body has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay. Maybe her getting hit in the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? Not a chance. Byakuya!
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. It's the blood vomit? There's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. Must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Is there anything on the magazine shelf? That same shelf full of magazines. There's all kinds of different magazines here. There. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance of the room.
So...
Looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. She mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments. Fair, she was a protein junkie.
wrong.
I wouldn't take it to heart if I were you. I know. But still, this protein can. It's got a label on it. It says Chemical A2? That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the chem lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the chem lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange. Huh? What is? What is? You see what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
Correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can. They're also underneath it. What does that matter?
So...
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. Important clue? I'm not sure I see how. Empty protein drink has been added to the truth bullet section of your journal. That usually means that there was some kind of broken glass beforehand. And then she dropped the bottle afterwards. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. Inside each bottle there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is, how'd they get those figures inside the bottles?
So...
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle. Huh? You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside? You've never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I have.
In other words...
So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. I feel like I'm starting to make sense of things little by little. The Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. Red shards, which probably started out as a bottle. Which means Sakura must have been hit in the head with the Monokuma bottle, right? Shards of glass in the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. But I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. Huh? The locker's open. There on the inside. It's a handprint?
Why?
What's a handprint doing here? Looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and it left a handprint in all the dust.
That's true.
And it looks quite fresh too. I'd say someone was hiding in here in the locker and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locked door was opened, don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Oh, why not?
Hey.
Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Yeah, the locker was already open at that point.
Indeed.
It was. There's no way someone could have hidden there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then, what does this handprint mean? Nice. Gotta add the truth bullets to the handbook. I don't think there's anything too weird else here. Alright, let's talk to some people. Talk to Owl.
What the heck?
We already know who did it.
Forgive you.
Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Fair. Fair. Then, let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all 3 of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. Oh. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she'd left a note for each of them. She'd asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon, the Monokuma file said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth, I heard it right from Sakura herself, and I tried to stop her. She wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she wanted to talk to them. Fair. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her by force even, then this never would have happened. Fair. Poor Hina. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. Yeah, there's Hina's account. But the fact that she had asked those 3 to meet with her, she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying. Might be good to confirm what I just heard with the 3 of them directly. True.
However...
But for Sakura to have been killed, yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
It's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, spirit, and mind, or mind and spirit. How was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
Certainly, they would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her. Fair.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true? I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Byakuya says he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. Alright, well, we have everyone's account. It's around 1 o'clock. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura died around noon, so roughly an hour ago. Is that when Kyoko and I were moving alter ego? Maybe. The door is the only way out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window. Which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. The chair was shoved up against the doorknob, so we couldn't get to the door. There's no evidence of any kind of string or mechanism used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. It kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. There was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then...
Then you should go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
Listen to
Yeah?
me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She decided. Gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right, I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say. You do. Alright. There are a couple places I wanted to go check. Those other 2 probably went back to their rooms. Will automatically put me down here, so let's check on that. Toko's room is next to Sayaka. Press the doorbell. Ding dong. After a few seconds. Oh, it's Toko, alright.
Who's there?
The most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
What do you want? You said you wanted to talk to me or something. I want to talk to you about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you. Ah,
Wow.
I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said too, didn't I? Yes, now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, Toko? Yeah, it is. Yeah, pretty much. So you can tell me. So can you tell me about it? I admit, I did get the note. But I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Yeah? Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. Alright, we have to talk to our boy Hiro. I pressed the doorbell. Ding dong. After a few seconds. So, Kodo, did you need something? I did. Yeah, actually, I wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How'd you know about that?
Could it be?
Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. When did Sakura tell you that? Oh, well, when she asked me to meet her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note. She
How about that?
gave it to me in person. She happened to mention the others, like, in passing. Gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. It is. So then you went and met with Sakura.
You got it all wrong.
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
Last time I saw Ogre is when Hina got hurt. I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
Haven't seen her since then. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. Hiro was feeling around in his pockets.
Hey, come on.
Sorry. Looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big, goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. When he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh? Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again. Shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash?
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I'd never win. So well, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slid back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Yeah, I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? Definitely have to go look at the crime scene again, but on top of that, we should find out more about the protein can. Yep, that was my next thing. Sure, we have to come from the chem lab. Where should I start? We're going to that fucking chem lab. Also, it seems to me like maybe Aoi or Hina, whatever you want to call her, is actually trying to set somebody up. Where's this chem lab? Well, look at all that. Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got you. I think what you meant to say was, yes sir, I understand. Oh, fuck you, Byakuya. What the fuck is all this? This is my first time seeing this shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. Looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more importantly right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? It looks like the bottle has a label on it. Chemical C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then, this powder must have been spilled.
In other words,
that's right. I could only have been around the time of the incident. That really is when it happened. It must be related to the case somehow. There's footprints in it. These are footprints? And they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? Yes, he does. How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen. Well then, let's go. Chop chop. Oh, okay. So I got to work, and before long I drawn up a sketch of the room. Good. Don't worry, we got... Look at this sketch. To be fair, I can't do any better. So how's this? Not bad for you, I mean. For me? But when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. Came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
Certainly
Makoto, are they yours? No.
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes. I'll confirm their size for myself. Couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya asked. I see, your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit, these are not your footprints. Well, okay. Waku Waku is still a bit of a shithead, huh? Kagami, that is. Yeah. Byakuya is definitely a shithead. Unfortunately. But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. And these prints really are a really valuable clue. They are. Let's see, what's on this shelf? There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving Unit A. Yeah, but there's poison right there from C. And it's not too hard to walk with shoes that's too small, with your feet sticking up a bit. Yeah, true. You could do stuff like putting the shoes on a, on like a pole with a weight on it to apply the print onto something. Or take someone else's shoes to do that with. There are ways to get around it. Huh? But wait. There's one bottle that's labeled chemical C9. Someone have put it there on accident? Well, what's in the C category? This shelf is. One look, I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with C and a number. Well, I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit Section C. Yeah, C for poisons, exactly. So on this shelf it's like a bunch of chemicals that have no idea what they are. They're reagents, simply put. To put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Okay. Isn't that kind of harsh? What? You think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The world's of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. Didn't even say that. Poor Makoto, having to deal with Byakuya. Though the less there are people around in Makoto's corner, the more Byakuya is just like, yo, this dude's a fucking dick. Big Seto Kaiba energy is how I think of Byakuya. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now, I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on the shelf labeled with the letter B and a number. Well, I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. Should try to find out more about this shelving unit. Looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A is dietary supplements, B is for regents, and C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. What concerns me, in Section A, there was a bottle with a label from Section C. What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on here. Oh, well. Regents, for some fun, random, experimental stuff. Yeah, right? Well, wasn't the shaker bottle from... Okay, yeah, it says chemical A2. Okay. Yeah, and then we have this one.
So in...
Oops. Is there anything else to look at here? Oh, the powder itself? There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. Better not leave a footprint. Probably take a good hard look at the powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. It's also the remains of a broken bottle. It's probably poison. Don't put your fucking face near it. Looks like the bottle was labeled chemical C4. Also, it looks like someone left footprints in the powder. Based on the position of the prints, however, or whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. Almost like they left with the poison and came back with the poison and put it there. Exploding poison, yeah, I hope not. According to Byakuya, the powder would have to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look around the rec room. We should. Also, could also be 2 different people. One that dropped the bottle, the second person who came in after. Or the person who dropped the bottle and the person who put the other bottle there. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I think it's 2 different people. More than likely, it's 2 different people. We need to go to the rec room. Where are we?
Hey.
So Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko and Toko and Hiro. I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro had told me. Too many O ending names.
I see.
I see. So, along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway.
Well, I've made some progress on my own. It's Hiro. Hiro's the one lying. Also, I think Aoi's fucking lying. Good old Hina over there, I think Hina's lying. I think Hina's trying to set up Byakuya and Toko. But it doesn't answer how Sakura died. Well, I've made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the size of the magazine, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These 3 things have revealed new clues. You'd do well to look them over one more time. Okay, magazine shelf. Clue. Huh? This magazine is upside down. Someone put it back that way on accident?
Hey.
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yes, you should. Yoko, Toko, Hiro. Easy to remember, yeah. That's some serious nice 2D models. Yeah, right? I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. This is... On one of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in blood, in bold, bloody letters. It said, Toko. Could this be a dying message?
Correct.
Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this?
So...
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. Message.
However...
Just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that... That says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it.
What the heck?
Then, he's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. It's settled. She's the killer for sure. Hina, I think you're grieving, and I think you're trying to pin it on other people. Granted, still don't know who actually killed Sakura. Who has pink blood? That's how they got around censors with this game, is with the pink blood. Maybe a regent changed the color, but that seems weird. Yeah, right? No, all the blood in this game is like bright pink, just for getting around censors. Because keep in mind, this came out like... Hold on, let me do a quick Google. When did Danganronpa come out? Trigger Happy Havoc. Release date. It came out originally... It says 2010, but I want to see if that's the original like Japanese release date. Because that would answer a lot of things about it. Let's see. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Yeah, it seems like it was just 2010. Not bad, not bad. Which 2010? Let's see. Oh, I see Aoi Asahina is tanned, so according to some Twitter users, she's black, right? I mean, she's a tan Japanese girl. But also, yeah, let's not bring Twitter drama into this, because that's a whole other topic for another day. Ugh. It's too much, yeah. Some people are too much. But in this game, unless stated otherwise, they are all Japanese students, and it's like, and are fucking, you know, they all look a certain way. I mean, Hina's in the fucking swim club, so it makes sense that she has a tan. Because you're outside swimming. Same thing with Sakura being tan, because, you know, they do martial arts and they're training outside and stuff like that. Like, it makes sense. I would assume they are from a game called Danganronpa. Not everybody is. I will say that, knowing some characters from the next couple games in the series, there are some people that are definitely not. Or some people that are very mixed. And they make it very obvious when they are. Until stated otherwise, I'd assume they were Japanese. Also reading their names, yeah. I mean, like, Celeste was a Westabu in this game, which isn't really clear, but it's very obvious that, like, no, this is a Japanese person who's infatuated with Western culture, who is, you know, going about their high school life. Almost like a Chunibyo, in a way. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Yeah, a Western weeaboo. Yeah, a Westabu. It isn't called a Western weeaboo. Yeah, it's a Westabu. Just because you're a weeaboo, just because you're into weeb shit. It's settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me think it makes me that much more suspicious. It does. Also, because why write it in a magazine and then put the magazine away? Like, okay, if you're writing a dying message, you're not going to put it in a magazine and then put the magazine away again. Like, you're going to just write it wherever you're gonna be at. Because, I mean, we already had that situation with the first trial, in which case Sayaka wrote out Leon's name on the wall behind her. Then everyone had a conniption over like, oh, I don't know what this says, it looks like a number. And it's like, no, you all are dumb kids. Alright, let's look at the Monokuma bottles. I think Kyoko said she found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new, something new.
Hey.
So, did you figure it out? I'm still looking, bitch. There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention, and you're sure to find it. And they all have chess pieces? Hey, Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is?
So...
I don't mind guiding you toward clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions, so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. That's true. I get that. I feel you. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer? Yeah. I do trust you, to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree. That seems a bit annoying. You're trying to figure out, and she's like... She cuts in. I mean, yeah.
Hey.
To be fair, games like this, like even Phoenix Wright does that a lot, where I'm like, okay, calm down now. Actually, there's one other thing about Monokuma bottles that bothers me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment?
Anyway...
Can you gather up all the pieces of broken Monokuma bottle? And try getting the small pieces too. Huh? Are you sure it's okay for me to mess with the crime scene like that?
Doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya is not here, so...
So then...
Anyways, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? Better just do it. Okay. New thought. Sakura was hit over the head in the chem lab, which is why there's all the stuff on the ground. And then they took one of the bottles of Monokuma bottles and replaced it with the poison label and put it back up there. Yeah, something like that. That suspicious thing, that's obviously the only thing that's suspicious. It's suspicious, isn't it? Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Yeah. To be fair, I get it. Because you wouldn't want a player to get soft-locked by not finding all the clues. And also, you don't want the frustration of the player not being able to progress by also not finding all the clues. So you don't want the frustration of the player themselves not finding all the clues, but you don't want them to just continue without the clues and get soft locked. So like there has to be a level of hand-holding in these games, which sucks. But also it's a matter of how well are you as a writer going to write the multiple different variances of how these cases could play out. Granted, there is a game that's on my to-do list for this channel, that is kind of like that, but when we get to that bridge, we're gonna get to it. The one that just says, hey, did you find everything? If you try to leave or something and just stopping you. Yeah, true. At the same time, it's one of those things where like, it's not like our character figured out what was like exactly the clue about it. It's just noted that, hey, there's a clue here. Whether you see it or not, this is the clue. We're going to give it to you. And it's like, okay, and that's good enough for me, because even I don't really know. I'm like, yeah, sure, there's a clue here, I guess. Yeah, sure, fuck it. Took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. You're playing as the character, even if you know he doesn't. Yeah, right? Exactly. And just as I finished up, sorry to keep you waiting.
So then,
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing?
in other words,
Got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare weights of what? Pieces of glass you collected and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? It's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
listen.
First, let's compare the weight of the two normal Monokuma bottles. Ooh, it's balanced.
In other words,
Which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the
so
weight.
then,
But here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale, and what might we expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
so then,
I'll be lurking, going to be watching things. Good luck. Well, thank you, Bob. I appreciate the lurk. Huh? The broken pieces are heavier. How is that possible? The different
I
glass. Just as I thought.
in other words,
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles, put it all together.
hey,
And I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So, what do you think? It's all on you. Alright, calm down. What was the last thing?
in other words. Hey,
The experiment showed that the pieces of glass on the floor were heavier than the intact Monokuma bottle. And the bottles have something in common. There's apparently an important secret hidden there.
I won't forgive you.
Hope is the killer, I'm sure of it. That magazine proves it. We've got the killer cornered. Alright. Calm down. Calm down there, Hina. According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered about
Just a
Sakura's
second.
body. Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know, but
hey,
don't you think you might need to actually examine the body?
whew,
There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. The kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although there is still sometimes. I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used
it's
to it.
true.
That's totally normal. Then how can you...
So,
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. Now calm down, Kyoko. What? Sorry, never mind.
hey,
More importantly, look here. Her shoes.
correct.
You see that yellow powder on the instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
Powder is clue number 1. It was Sakura.
Hey,
Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully.
it's true.
Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot. So let me just explain.
It would seem.
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? There's one more interesting
Correct.
thing. Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So she's not the one that wrote inside the fucking magazine. So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. Yeah, you could learn a lot. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. I mean, the alternative is, if she did write it, she would have to clean it off. But also, where'd she get the material to clean it off?
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring, I couldn't stay awake.
Shut the fuck up,
Should I
Monokuma.
do it? Is it okay? Can I? Can I?
You can.
Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please
I do.
go through the red door on the first floor
Let's
of
get
the
it.
school. See you soon.
It's already time? But the mystery of the locked room is only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. You do have to make something happen. Monokuma made his announcement and everyone began to meet one after another. And then... the ultimate martial artist! Locked room murder mystery, winky face.
What?
Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons. Nowadays called emojis, but yeah. Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body, XD. Let's take a screenshot of this real quick. Oh boy. This is just plain creepy.
Well,
And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put it in a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
yes, indeed.
For example, do you have 100 friends? Crying face. That's so fucking toxic. That's so toxic, but he also isn't wrong. He's right, that does make it seem sad.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
And please get on the elevator. That emoji doesn't fit. I'll see you all down there. Oh, look at that little dancing emoji. What the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me.
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean.
I mean, I didn't murder anyone. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. The killer. The one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know. And yet someone killed her. And that person is here? That person is one of us?
Don't look at me.
I said it before and I'll say it again. It wasn't me. The culprit is one of us. Make no mistake about that. Because I didn't do it. How many times do I have to tell you? How can you just stand there and say you didn't do it without even breaking a sweat?
Hey,
Standing around here isn't going to do any good. Let's get going. You know what, Kyoko? Yeah. Come on, it's time to put an end to this. Made my way toward the elevator, but with each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. And how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close and felt it begin its sinister descent. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower. And as suddenly as always, ding! The ride was over. The doors opened once again. That's the 6 of you, huh? Really? So few. You must be so lonely. You say that like it's not your fault we're all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate, or will your school life come to an end completely? Now then, are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. And so, the curtain opened for the 4th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. Deadly riddle, deadly defense, a deadly fate. A deadly class trial. Yeah, we're gonna save. Whoop. Set skills. We have a ton of fucking points. Vocabulary. Increased bullet capacity effective during bullet time battle. Nice. We got 1 extra point and we can't use it. Sometimes. There we go. Finish preparations.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
Oh.
Whoa! Deja vu!
The one
Oh.
who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
It was one of you.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Ooh. Hina seems really sure that one of these 3 is the killer. But she must have some reason for believing that. Make your argument.
It was one of you.
Okay.
One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
One concrete reason why Hina suspects the 3 specifically. Sure, she mentioned it before. Yeah, it's the fucking
you.
letter.
One of you killed.
And what reason did you?
Because you hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
No, it's wrong. Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and that was right before she died.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no doubt about it. One of those 3 killed her.
Can't disagree with Hina. There's good reason to suspect all 3 of them. And does that mean one of them did it? Not necessarily. Pocket trash.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all 3 of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
Guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
Okay.
I didn't either.
Okay.
Yeah, same here. I never stole them.
No, it's wrong. Hero, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember?
Yep.
It was white with red polka dots.
Yep.
What's that got to do with anything?
It was the candy bar.
Polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's,
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy.
You did.
So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hero, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
Fair.
well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
Nope. The hero said you can't be right. Because Sakura could only have gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. The reason I know that is because Sakura got the candy. Yeah, Sakura got that candy from fucking Hina.
I'm not sure about that, Hero. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. I mean, what I meant was, oh, that's right. I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Why the sudden hostility?
Oh.
Well, we just talked. That's all. I didn't do anything. You gotta believe me.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
It's acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious. It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message.
Her shining message. What would a shining message even be?
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right? It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
Oh.
It's true. I saw it for myself.
Not my girlfriend's secretary,
See?
Sayaka.
Toko did it.
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Hero, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
Oh,
But
you
if
did?
you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Huh? Hold on. But when Kyoko found the magazine, the dying message was in it. It was on the magazine shelf.
Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
Yup.
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it.
Mm-hmm.
I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
Mm-hmm.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
It's almost like that magazine was planted there. Definitely something going on here. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case, that clearly contradicts what Hiro told us. Yup.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Oh. He said he saw the dying message when he first found the body, but at that time, where was the magazine? It was on the
I can
shelf.
tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
Shoot!
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found the when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the...
The magazine shelf, one magazine had been put back upside down. Inside the magazine, Toko's name had been written in blood. We assumed that whoever wrote it used their finger to do so.
It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her...
What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found the when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
Forgot how to do the fucking... the middle click? Buttons. I'm forgetting buttons. This happens every single time with every single investigation.
I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
Oh, hold on. We might need to actually look at the... Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Hold down the space key for concentration. Fast forward, weak spots. Loading truth bullets. Mouse wheel. And hold down the left button. There we go. It's holding down the left mouse button.
I can tell you exactly
that's the part that I
found
keep
the
fucking up.
dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message.
It was in the magazine
It was
rack, and I
only
need that.
after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
There we go.
When I pulled it out,
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
There we go.
No, it's wrong.
Jesus.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is. Toko!
I don't even know where to begin with that one. He's just
Oh boy.
trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yep.
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%!
Nope,
Without a
she couldn't
doubt,
have.
she wrote it! And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Without a doubt. No, I absolutely do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. Yeah, because she had no blood on her hand. Oh god, this fucking thing.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof.
Oh.
I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap.
I hate this minigame a lot.
Show me the proof.
This should prove it.
That minigame is very annoying. It's not great.
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message.
Yeah.
Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Yep.
Then who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself.
He very well could have.
That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Also would explain that.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Ah! He admits it!
I figured as much.
Mm-hmm.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
You're admitting to killing her?
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
To be fair, yeah.
And when I got there...
Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well.
Okay.
Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy.
Oh, sure, thanks.
And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
That's it. I'm going to end it today. Going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
Hero's so stupid.
I can't believe you! You're the
Hero's
worst!
so
I hope you
fucking stupid.
die!
Well,
This fucking guy.
that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
There's definitely more to the story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain.
The footprints.
And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
The footprints, the poison bottle. But what is it that Hiro did that doesn't make sense? Why the magazine was hidden?
That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it? By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh, well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Yep.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
He did already confess.
Then he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf.
Yep.
In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
It was probably Toko.
But then, who was
Inside
If
the
they went to the
fucking
trouble of hiding the
closet.
magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Means it had to be Toko. It's Toko.
It had to be Toko, right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Mm-hmm.
Is he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Mm-hmm.
Why would I have... Wait! But more important, that doesn't even matter! We already know who did it, right? Hero just admitted it!
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle.
It is what
But
happened.
that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
Yep.
You can't be serious! That's just...
On top of that, she can take a hit to the head. I'm just saying.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time.
Ultimate martial artist?
If we
They
go
can take a hit
through
to the
it
head.
once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
You haven't reached the end of the case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer. I have to prove that.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit over from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered.
Oops.
And she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious? Hero really is the killer!
Hiro hit Sakura, that's for sure. But it doesn't end there. Something proves that the wounds on her head. Which one of these is it? Either the body? Kyoko's examination summary. That's what we need.
I grabbed the Monokuma bottle and I hit over from behind before she could do
You hit her from behind. You only hit her once.
Yeah, just once.
No, it's wrong.
She was hit twice.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Two?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
She did.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
Facts.
But
Also, shut
I
up,
only hit her
Yakuya.
once. How could she have 2 wounds?
Someone else hit
2
her.
wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on!
Oh, that's why
Hero
there's
had
more
just
glass
some
there.
cuts on her head. She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
Mm-hmm.
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves.
Because there's more glass there than accounted for.
There's something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand
there's two
why
missing
two
and not
separate
one.
Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right?
Yep.
And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
Mm-hmm.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
Mm-hmm.
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
That's true.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
The object that Monokuma figure inside each of the bottles is holding. The chess pieces. Need an S. The chess piece.
Understand? That's it! The chess pieces!
Yeah.
Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
Yep.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
Means the queen is missing.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn.
Yep.
What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
Yep.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
The queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while 1 apparently went missing.
Axe.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
I mean,
Wait, no, that's
No.
not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
it would have been broken. Wait, then the bottle that was missing was broken.
I got it! The bottle must have been broken
What makes you so sure?
because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just 1 broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
We weighed the glass. Kyoko and I figured it out before.
I got it! Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment.
Just a little one.
We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime.
Mm-hmm.
But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces.
They did.
Which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
That they might have been the one to kill Sakura. There can be no doubt that the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. Yep. It must have been used by Sakura's second attacker.
The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
Mm-hmm.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle.
It did.
Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
It is the only possible
The killer
conclusion.
wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
Mm-hmm.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow.
It's true.
Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Wow, Hiro.
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her!
Yeah, right?
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am.
God damn,
Plus,
Hiro.
I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
Oh boy.
It was right after I got Ogre's note.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
You did.
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in.
He was in the
When I got
closet.
inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
Yeah, that's an important detail, man.
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Also fair.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
He's a dumb boy, so...
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I mean, you hella did.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
Yeah, she did.
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
Oh boy. No, it's not ridiculous at all. Any proof that shows Toko was hiding in the rec room. I have it. She left it there for anyone to find. New element has been added to the bullet time battles. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. So far, you've probably been pressing the left mouse button during your final strike without a second thought. From now on, you're gonna have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. Now you'll have to choose the proper tooth bullet to use during your coup de grace. You'll select it the same way as during the non-stop debate by simply pressing Q. Got it? Also, like the debate, if your logic difficulty is set to kind, you have fewer bullets to choose from. For educational purposes, we're gonna pretend you're set to mean regardless. Just this once, okay? Oh, by the way, you're about halfway through the game now. Well then, good luck and have fun. This is only the halfway point of the game.
It's a lie. I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you.
Locker handprint.
This should prove it.
There.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker?
Oh.
They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking.
Oh.
Does his handprint look familiar, Toko?
It doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
He was hiding
It's
in the
my
locker.
handprint.
Oh, there we go.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
You did too, you
Then
dumbass.
you killed Sakura. No, I swear, there's no way.
Out with it.
Probably did kill her.
Straight up again.
I probably did kill her.
What do you mean, probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Yeah. No offense, but Sakura was kind of a
Now.
beast, so I
After
doubt
I
2
read
hits to the head
Sakura's
would
note,
do it.
I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Wow, that's awkward.
So after you left, I jumped out of the
Hella
locker
awkward.
and put the magazine back on the shelf.
He may be a dumbass who I don't want to spend
But
time
when
with in the
you did,
game, but
Put it back,
I
upside
think he's
down.
charming.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura? After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around, there was Sakura covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw all that blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Oh. Her? You mean...
Guess it's back!
It
Hey.
was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on.
Huh?
I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wonder. So I opened my eyes to see... Splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise.
Yeah, that's fair.
I got
Coolest
so
character
startled, I
and
snapped
character,
on the first thing I
Sakura?
could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's, you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
So that's good. Keep talking like that and Hina's gonna...
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
What? Huh? Oh, I thought for sure you'd have some words for Hero on that one.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No, not quite yet.
Nope.
Huh?
We still have unsolved
yet?
parts.
Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it. Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Your wish is my command, darling.
Not over yet, is it? One who killed Sakura is... Woo! Alright. Yellow powder, status Sakura's body, Kyoko's examination center.
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me.
Yeah,
I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
you did.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. And you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
They did.
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
So the second shot from Toko is what killed Sakura, and the problem is, where did Sakura die? It was, oh,
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura, I remember waking up.
You were taken by surprise when you saw
You smashed her head.
You got it!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
No, that's wrong.
like, yeah, but she died sitting on the fucking couch. A chair.
We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair.
Mm-hmm.
If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
Mm-hmm.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you
No.
sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
Yeah, 'cause that's why there's blood there. There's the blood stain on the floor. There we go.
I got it! Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Mm-hmm.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I can move a
Fair.
muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained.
Uh-huh.
Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Yep.
oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
Nope.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door? And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
But even then, how'd the body get back onto the chair?
No, I don't think that's possible.
The reason there's no way Toko was hiding in the locker is because... I don't understand these answers.
I got it! Even before we opened the door to the rec room,
Oh, yeah.
Tina and
We
I
saw it
both got
ourselves.
looked
They meant...
inside.
He means I saw it myself when they looked through the door.
and
Okay.
at that point,
Didn't understand the
locker was already
phrasing
open.
of those three choices.
So obviously
Okay.
Toko couldn't have been hiding in
Glad I chose the right one. But shit. Whew.
Okay then. Where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
Oh, she doesn't even know about the
You
locker
not
room.
know! You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much.
Yeah. That's fair.
You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
Mm-hmm.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
Yep.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
Yeah. Will you really be missing something so important? There's another possible explanation. Maybe it's...
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
Oh. Not it? Oh, I guess we don't know what the yellow powder is. I'm assuming it's poison.
If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack,
Hold on. What does the Monokuma file say? File discovered there is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries are noted. However, it seems at some point the victim suffered from... Oh, it's the Monokuma file.
then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
He was vomiting blood.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death.
Yeah.
In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
That's
If
weird.
that's all it was,
But no.
the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood.
Yeah,
Not
vomited.
to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
You have to do a proper
No,
autopsy.
I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely,
Most likely,
Sakura was poisoned.
he was poisoned.
Poisoned?
Yep.
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
Mm-hmm.
You're making me go all weak in the knees!
Alright, calm down over there, Jill.
She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
Alright, you calm down over there still.
You're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Yep.
Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
Yep,
There's
yep.
a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals.
Yep, yep.
And that's where I found this.
Poison.
Is that the poison?
The
Not an
poison.
especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle.
If you drink an entire bottle.
But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? That Section C?
Ooh.
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Ball of poison Byakuya just showed us. Sure, I know where he got it. It was in Section A.
I got it! The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
Couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the ball of poison to his lips and... We were so shocked of what we were seeing, all we could do was stand there and watch. As if it were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever.
That tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble!
Calm down over
Drink
there.
some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Jesus.
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
It's fucking protein powder.
Talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Oh, sure. Do whatever you like.
Byakuya took the ball from Byakuya and scraped out a little bit of the contents with one finger. Touched the finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Huh?
That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes one wonder. The poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
Where did it go? Ball of poison was actually filled with protein powder. Which would mean that conversely, the poison must have been in... Could it be? It was inside the protein. Oh, another hangman. It was in the protein powder. Protein. There's D. Up, up. Need an E now. Thank you. Now an N. Oh, D. On I. Protein drink.
Now I understand.
Oh.
The poison must have been poured into the protein can.
Yep.
If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched.
Yep.
So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
We did. It was a protein drink.
You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
Yep.
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
Yep.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains.
That's what they said.
So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
Ooh, swap the mixtures, Byakuya.
Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
The evidence that shows who it was must be what we found in front of the shelf. The footprints.
I got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
Yep.
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point.
There definitely wasn't, because I was also there.
They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected.
Mm-hmm.
What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison.
Yep.
The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind.
My thing is, why would you leave the bottle
Given
there?
how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me.
Oh.
The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Oh no.
Just as I suspected.
We have another one. Who said it was them?
Footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
It would be... Makoto and Hina.
Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
These footprints must be... Koto, are they yours? No! Okay, then let me see your shoes. I'll confirm their size for myself.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto,
Fair.
that left only one other possibility. Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began.
He has been acting hella
You were in
strange.
an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
Yup.
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way.
Yup.
Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her.
Or
She
Hina
deceived
didn't
the
know it was
victim,
poison.
And she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Nasty. Nasty little scheme.
Is it true? Did you really... kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein thing. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right?
Oh.
That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
Hold it! I'm not convinced.
Nope.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not
The more Byakuya talks, the more I'm just like, yeah, Seto Kaiba. Seto Kaiba, that's who this is.
Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Mm-hmm.
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Yeah.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint?
Yeah.
It's too obvious, too easy.
He's
Unless
right.
they were trying
It
to
makes
get...
it look like you wanted
know.
people to suspect you.
Yeah.
That was... I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
It's
didn't
too
notice?
deliberate.
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
It does matter. It's the most
Please,
important part of this
I'd
case.
like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see.
Uh-huh.
Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told.
Made the fuck up.
First you went to Section C to get the poison.
There's no
Then moved to
footprints in
Section
Section
A to
C.
get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They went directly from the door directly to Section A.
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long? Until we figure it out. Until I uncover the truth of this case. Alright, calm down there, Makoto. A little Big Mac, yeah. The footprints in the powder.
First I went to Section C.
They did.
That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
Mm-hmm.
I moved from Section C to Section A. And that's where I switched the powers. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in sec. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
In the chem lab, there were footprints. In what direction were they facing? Yep.
First I went because that's when I
Come on.
got Andy spilled some of the... Yeah. Okay, and then I moved from section C to section A.
You said you went to get the poison from section C, and that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from section C to section A to get the protein.
That is what happened.
But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from section C to section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I'd left a footprint. Yeah, right?
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Byakuya, you stupid. Why are you so stupid, Byakuya?
You lied to us. Plain and simple.
Yeah, she did.
If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious.
Uh-huh.
The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to section A.
Straight to section A and grab the protein.
So you never went to section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved section A.
Well, you see...
You just gave her the protein powder.
What the hell? What's going on here?
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
Yep.
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Yeah, Byakuya, you so stupid.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
Huh? A piece of glass?
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
Imagine if Byakuya just would have, like, ate that piece of glass.
What is it?
Just died right
You
there.
still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Huh? Me?
It's from the glass
You really
in the
do
rec
know.
room.
Explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
Shard of light blue glass Kyoko found in the bottle of poison. It's the rec room window.
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
Yep.
A window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question.
Yes, it does.
How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
Yep.
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
What was the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? It should have been on the section A shelf.
I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right,
It should
Hina?
have been there.
And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It it was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab.
Oh. Yep.
Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked.
True.
But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that.
Ooh.
But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can.
Mm-hmm.
After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Because the protein can is placed over the glass, when there should be glass on top of the can.
Me either.
Not me.
Same here.
Which means it was placed there afterwards.
Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
Yopia, come on, man. The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. Proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was opened. There is...
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
Yep.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
Yep.
No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
No, that's wrong.
It was on top of the glass, man. There would have been shards of glass around it, in it,
You remember how there was
on it.
broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken.
Yeah.
So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it...
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
Yep.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
Yep.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can.
Protein can wasn't there.
But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Yep.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
She poisoned herself and locked the room.
Drank it, knowing what it was?
She committed
Such
suicide.
a ridiculous fiction is.
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please tell us.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing.
Yeah, we do.
We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to
Actually,
Ogre.
no. It was probably...
What do you think, Makoto?
It's probably Sakura. It was Sakura.
I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself?
Yep.
What are you talking about? There's no way!
Yep.
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why?
Hina, you're in denial,
Why would
man.
you lie like that?
No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C. Kyoko already showed me the evidence I need. Now I just have to hit Hina with it, and I have to make her accept it.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you!
I hate this minigame so much.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
This should prove
The
it.
yellow powder.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
That it did.
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab.
Almost like she dropped it on her foot.
That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
They're the ones that dropped the
It
poison.
was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing. Which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep.
Yup.
Is there any problem
Again.
with my thinking?
You're getting it,
But
Makoto,
why
you
did
big brain.
Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
The one that killed Sakura. Connection between Sakura and the poison. The unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. It was fucking Sakura. Sakura
Here's
killed
my
herself.
The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it.
That's a key
But when you
distinction.
really think about it, Everything matches up.
Yep.
Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she
And drank it. Yep.
all so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
One thing first turned to lock room. Sakura wanted to create the locked room. Yep.
I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did.
Yep. Like one Hina.
She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina?
Yep.
You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you?
Yep.
When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door.
Yep. He was the one standing there.
Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
Yeah, right? Oh yeah, because she was the first to leave. Ah, yeah, I actually forgot that bit.
You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept.
Yep, and they swapped it.
There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room,
Yep. Then everyone freaked out. I really freaked out, but everyone's like, oh,
while
Sakura's dead.
everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground.
Yep.
Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body.
Yep.
The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation
Unless
like
she
that.
already knew.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation.
Yep.
As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right?
Yup.
The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
Almost like she fucking lied.
No! I killed her! I did it!
Or does, Hina wants to die.
It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is.
Hina,
Actually,
shut the fuck
no.
up.
You're right. We have to end this properly.
You gotta vote. Oh, we have to do the stupid manga thing. Haha, all the notes. And then ditch it in the locker. Yep. Then he came in, gave him a piece of candy. He freaked out. Wrote Toko's name in there. Hold on, wait. I think that fits a little better. And then we have... This was the one with the night piece in it. And he ran away. When Toko popped out. Read the thing, put it back. And then, what do we put right here? This is the second one getting hit. And then she skedaddled. There's Sakura bleeding. Sakura takes out the poison. Takes the poison. You find the body. And that's when you pocket it. And wait, hold on. Got this a bit wrong. There. I think it's what goes right here. These? It doesn't seem right, but also,
Here's exactly what happened.
seems good enough.
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically,
Fucking Byakuya being
those
a
people
shithead.
were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Oh, is it the other one? Did I have it right the first time?
Here's exactly what happened. But one of them headed out she got there
Yeah, she found her hiding spot. Hidden there.
and she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight.
Bum bum bum.
Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro.
Yup.
When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked.
He did.
Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name.
We wrote down Togo's
Toko.
name.
By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others.
Yeah, it's literally just this one section here that I'm like, I don't get what to put there. This is the bottle breaking. Is it this one? This is supposed to be her getting up?
Here's exactly what happened. But she jumped.
Those are all in the right place. Oh, that's the upside down magazine.
Here's exactly what happened.
That's what that's supposed to be.
But
I didn't catch on to that's supposed to be the magazine cover.
she jumped.
Got it.
But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack.
Yeah, Genocide Jack.
When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura. And she freaked out. And just like Hero,
Poor,
she
poor
grabbed another
Sakura.
Monokuma
Sakura
bottle
just
and
getting
attacked her.
clubbed over the head by everybody.
This explains why there were 2 wounds on
Oh,
Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence.
Put all the stuff
She
away.
gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece.
Mm-hmm.
And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon.
Mm-hmm.
But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive.
Yeah, she's the fucking beast.
So then, what was Sakura's
Sakura was a
actual cause
fucking
of death?
beast.
It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab.
Mm-hmm.
She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture.
Yep.
And there, she took her final breath.
Yep.
Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there.
Mm-hmm.
We had to smash the door's window to get inside.
We did.
But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground.
Yep. Swapped it with the protein powder. Protein can.
And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
And the one who went to all that effort
It was fucking Tina. Tina can't accept the truth.
That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life,
Mm-hmm.
and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
Yep.
That's what happened? But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
You're a dumbass, Byakuya.
Huh? Oh, well, I mean,
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
That it does. Hey, we got an A. Nice. Nice. Coins.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Nope.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We gotta vote.
You seriously forgot?
Yeah.
I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it.
Yeah, you do.
Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the Blacken? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Oh, Kuma,
What's
it
it
was
gonna be?
fucking...
What's it gonna
It was fucking
be?
Sakura. They're already dead. Can't do anything about that. They're already dead. Oh, I never noticed that the other portraits of the people that died are all grayed out already on the slot machine. Ah, rip, best girl.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire
Okay, we're done here.
existence.
What did you say?
So the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
Yeah, because Hina's fucking depressed as shit, and Sakura was her only friend. And yet you, why did you do that?
Don't be mean.
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because that's exactly what I wanted. What? I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why
You should have been the one to die.
I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
You don't mean you were gonna take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all had to pay for our crimes. Yeah, because Hina, you're fucking nutso, man. You're serious? That's...
What is this?
You still don't understand? Then let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Oh,
But brutality has made me desperate. So instead of waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
that's... I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. Yeah, that's rough. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me, I'm fine.
I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me,
I can't forgive
my
this!
closest friend got hurt. Sakura?
I...
Because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility.
Sakura thought she was responsible. Yeah, she did. She thought everything was her fault. Which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked me to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is?
Don't worry, I just want to talk to them.
But,
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you...
Hina, please don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
Yeah, until those friends decide to hit you over the head with bottles, and one of them didn't show up. Sakura. She clearly believed, she completely believed in all of us. If you'd just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet...
why?
And yet... Yeah, that happened. You trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Very fair point, Hina. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her.
I won't forgive you.
Do you have any idea how desperate she was, seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you'd pushed her.
Huh?
Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
Aww.
Hina, you came.
Wait right here. I'll help you out.
Hina.
Hina,
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you.
What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Oh, best girl.
Huh?
Favor?
Some protein.
Oh,
Could I ask you to?
yeah, you got it. Just hang on. I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. Fucking rough. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. That's when I realized. I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura. I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by the time I got there, it was already too late. It was already dead.
Please.
Let me in. Please open the door.
Why?
Aw.
Why?
Aw. Why did she have to die? Yeah, because it'd be like that. She had weaknesses, just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her, and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it. Hina. We killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. I mean, the responsibilities part, yeah, that's on everyone. In a stressful situation, yeah, that's on everyone. But also, none of you should be allowed to live. Totally not the right answer either. And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during our class trial. Sakura died hating all of us, and I wanted to free her of her regrets. I guess. But even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I mean, you were her friend until the very end, and that's at least a good thing to know. I could never face her after this.
Hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt, right? Right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but
Hey!
it's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
Also true. This is all projection.
What did you say? Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right?
Yep.
Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant?
What are you saying?
Of course I know what she was thinking, because her and me...
In other words,
Well, what I'm really trying to say is...
yes indeed.
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note.
What? But Hina already.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby.
Can I say this bear is a little shithead. I fucking love Monokuma, the villain. It just, hey, I'm gonna stir some shit. Hey, you guys want to see me stir some shit? I'm gonna write this suicide note. I'm gonna leave it there instead. Like, bro, are you fucking serious? Monokuma. the real big asshole over here. Oh, that's so fucked up. But just the audacity to be like, oh, it should look something like this. And take out the real one, and then just feel like, hey, what about this one? He's like, nah, I did that. That was me. Duh. Fucking duh.
It's true.
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put it in her room.
Huh?
What? Then... You lied to me?
Unbelievable.
Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well now.
I can't help it if you took my little scribbles at face value. It didn't even have Sakura's signature on it.
Oh shit. It's so good. That's so good. I love it. Oh fuck. Like, yeah, no, of course it's fake. Bitch didn't even sign it. Come on now. Gee.
You filthy little... I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial?
Technically you didn't.
The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around.
Which is what he wants.
Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, and scene. Cut.
And?
So then, what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey!
But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
Monokuma speaking facts, but also fucked up things to think about in the shower.
But hold on.
And isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know?
Also very true. It is a permanent solution to a temporary situation.
You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies.
Enough already.
Could you get on with it, please?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, geez. Talk about a buzzkill. All right, here we go. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know,
Oh.
I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
Oh. It was our first night in this strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
See, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded
Why
I
was
become
that
their
one
tool.
line not voiced? Why is this line not voiced? At least voice all of it if you're gonna do most of it.
You might not see the importance of my dojo, but my family has watched over it for 300 years.
I mean, you're a martial artist, so yeah, you should care about your dojo.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch. So even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it.
Fair.
That's how I saw things.
Fair.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
Murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my
Aw.
resolve began to weaken.
Aw. Best girl. Best girl in this game.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
that's how I came to feel.
So that's why Sakura...
I've made a decision.
Yeah, she fucking fought that little bitch.
I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret.
Yeah, she said,
I've
I'm gonna
made
throw
my
hands.
decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it.
Very true.
Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic? Or maybe just moronic.
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
Fair.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me.
Mm-hmm.
Which is exactly what the mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
Mm-hmm. Gotta tear the group apart.
Betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
Mm-hmm. I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told and commit murder.
Murder!
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
What a G. Fucking damn.
If the mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
Oh no, we're nakamas? We're tomodachis?
I've never had people like you in my life. Oh, best girl. Oh.
Huh?
Then Sakura didn't feel cornered? She didn't die hating us?
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting? To protect us?
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
True. It was only her limitless strength that made it possible. Yeah, she went out like a martyr.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me.
True. Because that's the best friend. That's the BFF.
I'm really, truly sorry, but please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. You can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end.
That's why he hit it.
I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully, then they'll
I
see.
never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible.
Oh, best girl.
Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
Yup.
But
This is... I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close, and still...
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all her meddling was like totally pointless.
Uh-oh.
She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. God damn. What a little shithead. In fact, it's because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one. True. She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Now then, for the next victim. The next victim has been decided. What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. Yeah, that's super fucked up. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a
Say
waste.
what?
Because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her. I can't blame her. And nobody can blame Hina either. Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the one we need to destroy, it's you, nobody else.
What? What do you want?
What the heck? That's not how this is supposed to go. But anyway,
Are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that.
Phew.
Lovely Byakuya. You understand, don't you? This is a life or death. This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I'm bowing out of the game. Wow, baller over there. Huh?
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat myself.
There's no point in participating in a game which has lost the sense of excitement. This is why I will no longer be participating in it. What's going on here? Now, I have only one thing to look forward to.
It's all clear now.
And that is the heap of the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. But Byakuya, does this mean? Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism. That's what you're thinking.
Oh god, the Simp Supreme over here.
Wherever Master goes, I go. And if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire. Everyone.
Hey,
Well, now can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning? How boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
What the heck?
The fun time? Anyway, let's forget about the good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You want me to punish you guys?
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Punishment time.
What?
Wait. Wait, but Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead. You're not gonna... Is it me?
Wrong.
Oh heavens no. Just the blackened is dead doesn't mean I can't sub in whatever old student I want. Didn't I tell you I'm very particular about the bear times one rule?
Listen up.
But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste. But for my special punishment, I prepared a special guest. Special guest?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Oh boy. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Fucking alter ego? Oh no. That's sweet, sweet AI. Don't do that. Fucking rip. Excavator destroyer. Ah. Well, the hero is dead. The hero didn't die once in the game, they died twice. God damn. Well, GG's. Ripperoonies. RIP. Yeah, we didn't even get the data from that. You.
Oh no!
You suck, man. You turned him into a mangled hunk of junk. Whew, that really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill a plate of chicken.
Jeez.
After all, they say for post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at. And I'm about the grill. And I'm all about the grilled goodness. Fried, boiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence. Grilled is where it's at.
Oh, hey! Welcome back to the stream, Nando, and thanks for the raid. I appreciate it. Y'all missed all the juicy action of, figuring out a suicide case. Damn. Oh, that sucks. I really liked Alter Ego too. Oof.
I realize how dangerous it could be. But still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm some inhuman AI, but it's true. So, it's okay.
Gonna do my best.
Oh,
Chihiro was sweet. That's still my one regret of this playthrough, is not spending enough time with Chihiro. We spent 0 hours with Chihiro. Chihiro went under the radar the entire time.
It's for the sake of everyone else. I won't be afraid.
Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. Urgh. The anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. Just call him a piece of shit. Rip my boy, yeah. R.I.P.
How dare you? That was my friend. How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
Huh? You are friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball? Shut the hell up. He wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend, my Tomodachi, my Nakama. And you killed him. Is this what you call animism? Where the soul dwells within all things? Even like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was trying to find things out, all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So, you finally noticed him.
Actually...
Finally? No. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all going to play out from the start. What?
What are you thinking?
You knew, and yet you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge?
Yep.
Well, I mean, the data in the laptop, it was, I guess you would call it a gift from me to you.
Phew.
Or maybe more like a reward, in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So of course I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal. So I had to do a little, reformatting.
Turned into a ball.
I want to be able to help to be helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here.
Oh, poor. Rip. They died twice, man. Fuck. Rip.
Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help, at the risk of his own life.
He did.
And for that, he was killed.
He played us all like a fiddle. He did play us all like a fiddle, indeed.
Yeah, the punishment time has made me feel 1,000,000,000 times better.
very nice.
Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower.
I hate Monokuma so much. What a piece of shit. Hate this little fucker. Like, what a good thing. There aren't very many cases of a game where I feel like hating something is justified. Like, the moment Monokuma shows up, you're like, oh, this little piece of shit. No, I hate this thing. But also, the fact that it can bring that out in a person, like, I love that. Like, that's a good character.
No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Holy moly! You're super mad. Like, just unreasonably upset.
Telling that to someone's face also? Damn. Like, you imagine going up to someone who's mad at you and just be like, you my guy, you're unreasonably upset.
Well?
Like, not the time and place. Not the time and place.
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, But before that,
Uh-huh.
I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
Yep.
Yeah, there's a bit more left to Sakura's note.
Huh?
Do I have your attention? Okay then, here we go. Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly. One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of this school. What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the Mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here. And so I've learned one thing, which is, the Mastermind has done something to us.
Uh-huh. Which is why we keep finding photos of another time, when everyone was all good friends. And, you know, not trying to kill each other.
I think what they've done is... Oopsie daisy, that was a close one. Another word and we would have been hip deep in spoiler territory.
Oh, you know we don't like spoilers.
Too bad.
Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today.
What? You can't just stop them at the most important bit.
Makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you don't even friggin' know, huh?
You guys?
That's the whole point, stupid. It's time to get back at all of you for hardening your resolve.
Fine, but at least Sakura's note.
Like I'd ever let any of you greaseballs have it.
But...
Too bad.
Sucks for you, loser.
Jesus.
Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
There's one last line in the note. Let me say this to the Mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard, no matter what, and that's seriously it. Huh? Wow, what a stubborn loser, huh?
You won't lay down and die. She'll fight you?
Well, whatever. Who cares? Who cares what some dead musclehead has to say?
Well?
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try to get some rest, you know? And maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours.
True.
Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long and think hard.
Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was all that about? Sakura's final message? Her last clue to help us solve the mystery of this school? The Mastermind did something to us? Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over.
You.
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
Who?
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body? Mastermind did something to our bodies? What are they saying the Mastermind did? What did the Mastermind do to us? I mean, did the Mastermind plant a bomb in us or something? Fucking jeez, that's extreme. And if we try to leave the school, the sensor goes off? The bomb explodes? I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff. So it's not totally unheard of. No, I feel awful just thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo,
So the class trial is over and Monokuma's gone.
but
So now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there? Well, what else is there other than to head back up? Oh yeah, let's get out of here. But Tina must still feel responsible. I mean, yeah? Dial back that ego a bit, girl. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge. Yakuya, you literally almost lost to that kind of challenge. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones that figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up. Seriously, I'm sorry. How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? Haven't reached the point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then, I'll try. Oh? That totally wasn't normal, right? Did she just capture his flag?
No, 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 no!
Oh. Oh, Jill. Oh. Oh, Jill. Oh, no. I cannot suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master.
Huh?
What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
Sleazeball?
What the heck?
That's right, I called you sleazeball because you are sleazeball.
I see.
Apparently, you still have a death wish.
Ah.
Oh, more biting sarcasm? No wonder you don't have any friends.
No, 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 no!
Hey, stop fighting with Master. Stop fighting with Master. You're making me jealous. I want the abuse give and take. Me! Simp Supreme Genocide Jill over there. Still simping. Still simping hard. Drinking tall off that glass. I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it goes for now. That's just how that shit goes. And so Sakura's trial came to an end, and we returned to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. Time kept on marching. We all went back to our rooms, and before long, night snuck up on us. Nighttime! Bing dong bing bong! Is it the usual?
This is a
10 p.m. Nighttime.
Doors to the okay,
Yep,
then.
doors are closed, bed bugs. Nighttime descended and pulled me down along with it, down into sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I'd fallen into such a deep sleep. But the night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice. Whoa! Whoa! Wake up! Wake up! Huh? The voice dragged me from deep slumber into a hazy half-consciousness. My eyelids were like lead. Oh shit, it's Kyoko in our room.
Yes, it's me.
Huh? Kyoko?
I said yes.
Bitch, why you in my room?
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
Yeah, what? Time unknown. Oh. In a flash, I was wide awake. What are you doing here?
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up. Oh, I see. Wait, but my door! It was unlocked. You're unbelievably careless. It was unlocked? Are you serious?
Hey,
Always. And you don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised. What time is it?
correct.
3 o'clock. In the morning, of course. It's 3 a.m.? Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour? Bitch, why are you here? It's so late. What happened?
Makoto.
I have a favor I need to ask. Oh? What's your favor?
So...
Remember what Sakura said at the end of her note? I'm not going to lay down and die. I will fight you. I want to find out what she meant by that. Okay, but how do you plan to do that? Yoko put her lips next to my ear and whispered, the data center on the 4th floor. What?
Goodbye.
I'll meet you there. Without another word, she was gone. What the? Her words reverberated through my half-dazed head. The data center? Well, I thought it was a clock. I thought it was locked. Are we sneaking around? Oh shit, we sneaking around the school. Made my way into the after-hours school and headed up for the data center on the 4th floor. Eventually, I wound up at the data center, but when I arrived, Yoko's not here. That's weird. She said she'd meet me. She may be inside already? Put my hand to the door and with a certain amount of force, it didn't open. Tried again, but this shit's locked. It must be locked. Oh, what was it Kyoko said? Data center on the 4th floor.
What's this?
Oh. Oh. What are you doing up, mister? Oh. Breaking into a locked room is incredibly prohibited, don't you know? Huh? Oh, well, I just... You're trying to tell me you didn't actually bust in yet, right? But... I can see that you don't. Don't waste my time telling me crap I can see for myself. It looked like you might break in any second, so I just thought I'd give you a friendly reminder. Or are you gonna try and tell me you were sleepwalking or something? No, nothing like that. It's 3 o'clock in the morning for crying out loud. Even I get tired, you know. Stop being weird and go back to bed. What's wrong now?
Just a second.
Why are you out here making a racket? Yoko!
You too? You guys?
Whatever. The two of you just get back to bed. I'm positively exhausted from the class trial.
It's true.
Sure, you got it. Come on, Makoto, let's head back. What?
Hey,
Didn't you hear me? We're leaving. I have no idea what's going on anymore.
shall we go?
Don't worry about it. Let's just go. Okay. Yeah. Go on, get out of here. Shoo. What the fuck is going on? So we left and went back to our rooms. And then...
Goodbye.
So, goodbye. What? That's it? Hold on. Listen, what was all that about just now? You woke me up, made me go to the data center, which just so happened to be locked, and then she shows up late and we leave without checking a single thing? What was the point of all that? Don't worry about it. I figured that would be the end of our conversation, just like always, but...
Goodbye.
Well then, good night. Sure. And then that was over. I guess that's over. But as I turned to leave...
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Who? Oh. Yoko was right next to me once again, whispering into my ear.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Who is Mukuro Ikusaba?
The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in the school.
Oh, there's a hidden student.
The one they call the ultimate despair.
Ah.
Watch out for her.
Chapter 4, All-Star Apologies. The end. Seven? To be continued. We got an altar lump. It's made out of our friend. Oh. You want to save data? Yes, I want to save data. We're gonna save right here.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay. I think we're actually gonna call it right there because I think that is a good stopping point, and then we'll pick up more. Let me see. Schedule's gonna be a bit weird next week. We're definitely gonna do more Final Fantasy 9. Definitely Sunday, Monday. But Tuesday and definitely Tuesday and maybe Wednesday, Thursday, depending on how long it takes. Yeah, we'll be going through the new Final Fantasy 14 patch because I want to do that and I love that game, so we're gonna do it. So yeah, no Danganronpa next week, and this seems like a good stopping point and a good cliffhanger, honestly. Um, but yeah, that was fun. We got to solve a whole suicide case. Fun stuff. Um, we got to know Mukuro Ikusaba and figure all that out. Which whatever's gonna happen there is gonna happen, I guess. The ultimate despair. Um, which I guess we'll either figure out maybe next week or the week after. But yeah, Final Fantasy 9 continuing next session on Sunday, and yeah, Sunday, Monday, and then FF14 definitely Tuesday, maybe Wednesday as well. And if we need even more time, we'll go into Thursday. But yeah, thanks everyone for swinging by. Shout outs to Foolish Nando for the raid. If you guys haven't checked out his channel, you guys should. He's a cool dude. I definitely like watching his stuff, so y'all should go, check him out sometime. He's a fun dude. But yeah, I'm gonna call it here. If there's any channels y'all want me to raid, let me know. We can go send y'all over there. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and I'll catch y'all later. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, you're like 3 months late because you could have been watching this earlier if you just watched directly from Twitch. But yeah, y'all take it easy. I will catch y'all Sunday. Bye bye.